This is Mr. Mobility. If you are not aware, POCO is a sub-brand of Xiaomi that targets slightly more affordable devices than the standard Xiaomi phones. So Xiaomi has the Mi brand, the Xiaomi 14, Xiaomi 13, then they have the POCO brand, and then they have the Redmi brand. You're likely much more familiar with the Redmi brand. But the POCO brand exists there, and it tries to offer alternative phones between the flagship and the higher mid-range bracket of the market. Let's look at two interesting phones. If you take a quick look at product images of the Xiaomi 14T and the POCO X6 Pro, you'd find out that they look alike a lot. From the front side to the design of the rear camera module, these two phones actually look like a ripoff of one another. The POCO X6 Pro was launched back in January 2024, I believe, and the Xiaomi 14T was launched in October 2024. So the POCO came first. We could say that the Xiaomi 14T is a ripoff of the design of the POCO X6 Pro. But it is the superior device, and it is the more expensive device, which is why I am doing this video, to show you why you should consider the POCO X6 Pro if you find the Xiaomi 14T too expensive. I have mentioned the fact that they are lookalikes. They are like identical twins. The second most interesting thing about them is that they actually use the same chipset. Despite the difference in price, they are using the same processor on the inside. It's the MediaTek Dimensity 8300 Ultra. Now that means that both phones will offer you similar levels of performance. Are there any other similarities between the two of them? Yes, they both use a 6.67 AMOLED display with Gorilla Glass 5 with 1220 x 2712 pixel resolution HDR10 plus. So same chipset, the same processor, the same display. They have both launched with Android 14 and HyperOS. They both have dual speakers. They both have a 5000 mAh battery, and they both have 67 watt fast charging implementation. Now, you can see how really similar they are. But then, where are the differences? Oh, well, the differences apply to the ingress protection rating. The Xiaomi 14T has IP68, which is pretty much full dust and water resistance, while the POCO X6 Pro has only IP54, which protects it from splashes and some measure of dust. The rear camera of the Xiaomi 14T includes a 50 megapixel main camera, 50 megapixel telephoto camera, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera with leakers hands all over it. For the POCO X6 Pro, there's a 64 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, and then a 2 megapixel macro camera. At the front of the devices, the Xiaomi 14T has a 32 megapixel selfie camera, while the POCO X6 Pro has a 16 megapixel camera, and those are the differences. The difference in price that you are going to experience between the two phones boils down to ingress protection, the rear cameras, and then the front cameras. Maybe also when you hold the devices in hand, the Xiaomi 14T is likely to feel more premium. But that's it. In terms of performance, in terms of how well you'll enjoy using the screen, in terms of connectivity, the two devices are pretty much at par, bar a few differences. So if you cannot afford the $548 price tag of the Xiaomi 14T, you can pay $322 for the POCO X6 Pro. If you're in Nigeria, that means if you cannot afford the 768,000 price tag of the Xiaomi 14T, you should be willing to pay the 636,000 Naira price tag for the POCO X6 Pro. What do you lose? The superior camera performance of the Xiaomi 14T, but you get everything else. So we could call the POCO X6 Pro the Xiaomi 14T Lite. There you go. Don't say I never did anything for you. I'll see you in my next video.